Trump gave maybe his worst showing ever at a speech and a press event where he's taking questions at Mar-a-Lago, where the mental decline is shown at full force, and he's still unable to articulate any coherent attacks on the Harris-Walz ticket. So I've pulled some clips for us to look over and analyze exactly where the floundering Republican ticket is at this moment.
Kamala Harris's father is Jamaican American, and she went to a historically black college. How is she only recently deciding to be black?
Well, you'll have to ask her that question because she's the one that said it. I didn't say it. So you'll have to ask her, and I very much appreciate that question, but you'll have to ask her. But I've known her for a long time. I actually contributed to her campaign a long time ago because I was a developer. I contributed to lots of campaigns of Democrats, Republicans, and some were liberal and some were conservative. But you'll have to ask her about that. But to me, it doesn't matter. But to her, from her standpoint, I think it's very disrespectful to both, really. Whether it's Indian or black, I think it's very disrespectful to both. To me, it doesn't matter.
This is exceptionally hilarious because he's forgetting what he just said not even a week ago, where he specifically, almost verbatim says she just recently turned black and that she was always an Indian. And it also is kind of funny because it shows how Trump seemingly doesn't know what it means to be mixed, acting as if she can't both be Indian and black when that's exactly what she is. Her mom is Indian, her dad is Jamaican. That makes her both Indian and black. I don't even know why I'm explaining this when it really, in reality, just shows how quick he'll backpedal and lie when he knows he's in an indefensible position and the facts are given to him that he can't contend with. And he also says you'll have to ask her like 6 or 7 times, seemingly malfunctioning at every level over even the most simple of questions.
You just said that there was a peaceful transfer of power last time when you left office. You didn't concede, January 6th was a violent attack. How is that a peaceful transfer of power?
What's your question?
My question is, do you think that last time there was a peaceful transfer of power when you left office?
No, I think the people that, if you look at January 6th, which a lot of people aren't talking about very much, I think those people were treated very harshly. When you compare them to other things that took place in this country where a lot of people were killed, nobody was killed on January 6th. But I think that the people of January 6th were treated very unfairly. And they were there to complain, not through me, they were there to complain about an election. And, you know, it's very interesting. The biggest crowd I've ever spoken to.
Notice how he can't give a direct answer to this because there isn't a direct answer that doesn't directly implicate him in insurrection. He just defaults back to patting himself on the back and saying he did a great job. Like he might have had the largest crowd he's ever spoken to. Who cares? The point is that he sent that crowd to the Capitol to pressure Mike Pence into accepting his fraudulent state of electors, where they then rioted, broke into the Capitol, caused millions of dollars of damage. Multiple people died. Ashley Babbitt died on that day, and I believe 3 officers died shortly thereafter because of complications caused directly by that riot and to thwart the peaceful transfer of power. That was the overarching plan, and then Trump refused to concede and opened 62 court cases to overturn the election, of which he lost every single one, most on evidentiary grounds, and the ones that weren't, the evidence was still analyzed and found to have been completely meritless. And all of this, again, was after every advisor close to Trump, his family, every person in his administration told him there was absolutely no evidence of outcome determinative voter fraud.
You have not had a public campaign event for nearly a week now, probably in Montana, which is not a swing state. Some of your allies have expressed concern that you're not taking this race seriously.
What a stupid question this is.
Enthusiasm on the other side. Why haven't you been?
Because I'm leading by a lot and because I'm letting their convention go through.
Yeah, except he's not, like not even close. Let's just show some of the recent polls on the screen. Harris up in Wisconsin, Harris up in 3 general election polls just 2 days ago, 3 days ago, Harris up in New York, obviously, but also up in general election polls. The 5th, Harris up in 4 general election polls, up in 2 general election polls on the 4th, and even a recent poll that shows her up in Georgia, which puts the Rust Belt back into play, giving her multiple pathways to a general election victory where Biden was only sitting with 1. But you know, hey, just keep focusing on golf, Donald. You're doing great.
She picked a radical left man that is, he's got things done that he has positions that are just not, it's not even possible to believe that they exist. He's going for things that nobody's ever even heard of. heavy into the transgender world, heavy into lots of different worlds having to do with safety. He doesn't want to have borders. He doesn't want to have walls. He doesn't want to have any form of safety for our country. He doesn't mind people coming in from prisons, and neither does she.
Look how hard he's struggling to even just get out this sentence. I mean, we won't even address the horrendous structure of what he was saying, but these radical left policies that nobody's heard of include things like free breakfast and lunch for children, 12 weeks paid family leave, paid sick leave, free college for those making under $80,000 a year, and $2 billion in K through 12 funding. So radical, so unheard of, so evil. Who could even want children to eat at school? It's disgusting. And it actually turns out that when polled, over 70% of Americans support these exact policies though. So this line isn't hitting nearly as hard as he hopes. Instead, it just shows not only his agenda, but that of Republicans, that they are disgusted by such things that would actually help everyday Americans. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that can interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.